have risen from the ashes to school the masses. Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of the Scholars of Wrestling Show. I am the man behind the mic, as always. It is Jeff, and to my left is Tarek.
The Scholars abide.
And to my other left is Brian.
It's that time of year again, just a little late. That's infamous steel structure.
Elimination Chamber. Yes, for some reason, we are getting 2 pay-per-view shows this month for some reason.
Better late than never.
Hey, bold new step, but you know what? I'd say that they've actually been going at a pretty decent pace recently, so I'm actually hyped for this with like 2 weeks build.
I was actually expecting this to be something similar to what they did with King of the Ring, be just like an hour special with just Elimination Chamber matches, but no, they actually are going full-on legit pay-per-view for this one.
Yeah, and the card looks pretty good.
It's a pretty fun card.
For a 2-week build. And once again, you look back at Extreme Rules and be like, what happened here? Because you're given 2 weeks to build this pay-per-view, and I'm more excited about that than I am the pay-per-view after WrestleMania.
Hey, we already have Extreme Rules behind us. They gave us a good pay-per-view and Payback. Now they're going to hopefully give us a new good pay-per-view in the Elimination Chamber, and it's going to be fun.
And it's going to be innovative.
It's going to be violent.
Oh yes, it will.
Because I can't wait to see how they fit those tag teams in those elimination chambers.
Before we get to all that, we gotta start this show off right. We gotta jump into what we always do with a little bit of backstage news.
By peeking behind the curtain and checking in on a little
backstage news.
Figured who was going to get the last word. Well, anyway.
News.
Okay, well, I know we were talking about this pretty much as soon as you walk through my door here. Let's just jump right into it. ROH is going to Destination America.
What a big middle finger for Destination America to give to TNA. Oh, that was my first initial response to it.
Yeah, really. It's like, at first, I think as soon as we were following all this stuff with TNA and Destination America, if you were like me, you were thinking, okay, I guess they're just another channel that doesn't like wrestling, but no, I guess they just don't like bad wrestling.
No, they don't like wrestling that wants to go to other countries. They want wrestling that wants to stay in America because, hey, their channel name is Destination America.
Wait. I already made this clear last week. It was supposed to be a joke about that, but remember, USA Network is allowing WWE to show their overshore. God, I just messed up on that. Overseas, thank you. Overseas shows in England. Cheerio.
Because USA is a legit cable network, and Destination America, if TNA wasn't on there, who would know what that station is?
People still don't know really what that station is.
Exactly. And here was my thought when I first saw it when you guys announced it on Facebook. And my first thought was, meh.
Really? Why? And you mentioned something about
because
that.
Because ROH hasn't been entertaining or interesting to me since Kevin Steen versus El Generico ended. Okay? There's been nothing that has endeared me to their product, so giving them however many hours on Destination America that they plan to give them, I'm not gonna watch because I don't care. TNA, I have a passing interest. ROH, after Kevin Steen versus El Generico happened, that whole feud, which was glorious, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
After that was done, what have they done? Legitimately, that I should care about.
Well, the Briscoes, for one. And Maria.
That's 2. He is drawing a blank now.
International collaborations with New Japan.
Okay,
to be fair, I have not been watching either just because I haven't had the time to follow independent wrestling as much as I have been in the past.
I watched for about 6 to 8 months after that feud was over, and nothing hooked me. The way that it used to hook me back when they had all that talent. After they got basically killed, all their talent was taken by NXT or TNA. There's been nothing. Okay, they lost the last bastion, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
The last hope were the Wolves. Okay, and gone now. So it's like there's nothing that entertains me about ROH. So seeing that they have a TV deal now is like, huh, okay,
Good for them.
good
I
for
will
them.
say-
Don't care.
I will say one thing. If this TV deal lasts at least 1 year, to me, this still means that we're going to get some New Japan crossovers. That means Nakamura, Okada, and the like all coming over on American TV.
Okay, that's in the future.
That alone is promising enough.
Okay.
Let alone that the other things that we've known.
What about
no, I don't
DVD
worry
Phil?
about it. And DVD Phil if we're lucky, but let's face it.
That's-
Compared to the big three, he's not nearly enough of a character.
Okay,
But it's still a possibility.
That's in the future. What are you gonna do to hook me now?
Ring of Honor.
Don't care.
I actually, the last time I
Briscoes.
paid any attention
Meh.
to Ring of Honor is actually when Punk left. That was the last I actually
There's one
looked
thumbs
anything of when Ring of Honor. That was my last interest. I have no idea what's been going on with Ring of Honor these past couple of years.
Jay Lethal is supposedly like a big name in their mid card feud.
up. That's nice.
I
You guys don't like Jay Lethal?
like,
I did.
It to me at the very least it's an alternative.
okay, so
That
they
is
have
not
the
TNA.
Briscoe brothers, who I like. They have Jay Lethal, who I like. Okay, they have Maria, who I can look up pictures on the internet, and I don't need to see her on TV.
Nice to know what you do on your spare time, Brian.
I'm me. What do you expect?
No, right.
And then okay. Give me something that pops off the screen. I'll give the first episode a shot. If nothing pops off the screen at me in that first episode to hook me, talk to me when they have the New Japan people coming in. Other than that,
And
don't
you know
care.
what? I will.
Other than
I
that,
will do that.
Other than that, don't care.
All right. So we've got that down.
Yeah, I'm that dick.
Hey, you know what? This is what we do here on the Scholars of Wrestling. We share ideas. We wrestle with them on a wrestling show because that's what we do here. Hey,
Puns.
it's life.
Here's just one idea that I've actually read and actually thought, that would be an interesting idea for Ring of Honor.
What's that?
Since people are saying, since everyone is like starting to jump off ship of TNA, why doesn't Dixie Carter just sell TNA to either WWE or Ring of Honor? I could see Ring of Honor more, since WWE has obviously shown they're not interested in people in TNA. But how would that be a little merger between NXT and Ring of Honor? Just Ring of Honor just coming in, absorbing what TNA has, and you just have people, the wrestlers who are in TNA, wrestle for Ring of Honor, since pretty much that's what's going on anyway.
I think you just said NXT there for a second.
You
Did I say it? Okay.
Yeah.
for a second.
With Ring of Honor merging TNA and becoming one big Ring of Honor to actually, be something, have more names.
If
Because I don't
ROH
think
had
has that kind of money.
if ROH had that kind of money, it would have been done by now. Okay, Dixie Carter is a part of a $1 billion conglomerate. She was given the reins from Jeff Jarrett. Okay, they're gonna ask for a whole crap load of money that ROH simply does not have. ROH is the number 3 for a reason. Okay, TNA, whether you like them or hate them, still the number 2. They still pull in the second most money.
Question: with Ring of Honor getting a bigger TV deal, are they set to be poised as the number 2 company?
Not right away.
Do their internet pay-per-views work yet?
I thought they had.
Have they worked out those kinks?
I don't know. I haven't been watching them.
If they haven't,
Well, that's exactly the problem.
If they
None of
ha-
us are still
if
watching
they
it.
it's like if they haven't, then no, they're still not the number 2, because at least TNA has like bigger shows that work. like I used to watch ROH pay-per-views. Okay, they worked for maybe 30 minutes, then buffering. I'd have to X out, join again, and I missed 10 minutes of a match that you can't get back. There's no rewind to any of that.
I think I'm starting to see the lack of confidence that is coming from the ROH.
Yeah, I am not confident that ROH has a TV deal. Good for them. It's one of those things that's like, okay, stick the middle finger up to TNA if they have in the next couple months. If they have like, I would be impressed if they set up like a merged show in the next couple months. Like the last TNA show on Destination America has ROH guys in it, and they're fighting each other. That would be awesome. Other than that, meh.
I look forward to seeing you being proved wrong. Anywho,
hell, do we even any of us have Destination America?
I do.
Oh, do you really?
I do. I checked.
What provider do you have?
I have Cablevision.
Cablevision?
I guess maybe we'll have it too.
What channel?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Damn it! What good
are
you?
It's more hope than we had before.
Hey, at least it's like
in
something
the high one. It's like in the high 100s. You know, the channels that don't matter.
Hey,
I definitely got to look that up.
Maybe they might matter now, because if we get Destination America, I know I'm going to be watching Ring of Honor.
And from what I've read, they're all like all the shows will be on Wednesday, like NXT, Ring of Honor.
Sorry, if I have to choose. If I have to choose, it's NXT.
It's NXT all the way. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know that's quality.
Speaking of quality, a man of quality just got injured. I'm talking about Rusev and his ankle.
I twisted my ankle.
But
well, here's the deal.
You
come out and wrestle the way you do with no protection on your feet. These things will happen.
Well, he did sort of does that like wrist and ankle tape. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but
yeah, but you don't have shoes. You don't have shoes. You don't have socks. You risk foot and ankle injuries. So he rolled his ankle apparently pretty badly, and we'll see what happens. It sucks because what's going to happen with the Elimination Chamber? Maybe we will get Stardust in the Elimination Chamber.
Well, you had something to say about this?
I am very glad you actually asked that, Brian, because from what I've been reading on this, they actually have one top name that they could have as a replacement for Rusev in the Chamber, and that's Bray Wyatt.
Oh snap!
If they actually put Bray Wyatt in there, I'm honestly not quite sure how I'd feel about that.
Would it change your opinion on your prediction for later? If he does go in,
maybe.
Putting the finger up, maybe. But yeah, I've been reading that he is the top name to be the replacement wrestler for Rusev. So if that actually does come to pass for Sunday, I would be like, okay, thumbs up. I am all for this.
Okay. I'm gonna have to.
What a twist of events!
Yeah, really. I'm gonna.
We're not for Rusev getting injured.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I like Rusev a lot.
I do like Rusev as well.
Yeah, this angle he's got going with the three-way love connection is kind of dumb, but other than that, Rusev is kind of awesome. So,
hey, I don't think it's that bad, but
yeah.
Hey, it's character progression. So
exactly.
It's character progression with Mr. Steal Your Girl, Dolph Ziggler.
Well, Ziggler is the best part is Ziggler has made it clear he doesn't care. It's not like he's looking for a romance. It's just you just want to mess with Rusev. I'm all for it.
No, it's like you want to have a female turn face, have her kiss Dolph Ziggler,
awkwardly kiss her. Am I the only one that feels like these two are really in awkward positions when they're kissing each other?
I think it's more that Rusev missed his cue.
There's no chemistry whatsoever.
No. Even this past week on Raw, they did another kiss. It wasn't as awkward as the first time, but you could definitely still feel like, yeah, these two aren't being like any at all like serious in this. Even though from what it looks like, they're not trying to be serious in any kind of relationship. Yeah. But still, it just feels like, yeah, I'm awkwardly kissing you because the people backstage told me I kind of have to.
Yeah, but then again, I was too busy living vicariously through Dolph Ziggler to really care. So,
Lana,
oh yeah,
Lana.
And those
but I do
legs, damn.
I do agree. I do agree with you, Jeff. I do like this because it actually is putting a 3-dimensional character in Rusev as kind of like a jealous, somewhat boyfriend who's also kind of a I'm the man. You have to do what I say. Blah blah blah.
Learn your place.
Learn your place, woman.
Again, like Rusev has always been, it's so simple and basic, but it works.
At that point, from that promo, it's like, I don't think you'll ever be faced with that kind of views, man. Unless WWE.
As soon as I heard, know your place, woman, done.
It's like you are forever a heel, man.
There you go.
It's like you just lost a lot of people. Be like, oh, you really think women have to stay in that place? Oh, hell no!
I don't know what voice that was, or accent that was supposed to be.
That was supposed to be angry
feminist leaders.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Oh boy.
And we're not talking bad about the feminists, okay? You're good.
We're just making fun of this storyline.
Effective heel work. That's all this is.
Effective heel work, getting the females all pissed off, and yeah, good work.
Blame the Bulgarian, not the scholars.
Speaking of effective heel work, we just discussed this earlier. You remember during CM Punk's Big Shoot interview where he said if he would be interested in doing movies if he get the chance to play Casey Jones in the TMNT movie?
Yes.
Well, as we just found out, one WWE superstar is going to get a chance to be in the TMNT movie.
Fella!
Sheamus is playing Rocksteady, in a fact that I just found out maybe 3 hours ago.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Well, he's going to play the human Rocksteady. I don't know if they're going to have him do motion capture for when they infect him with the mutagen and turn him into Rocksteady. He'll just be the giant rhino. Okay,
Rhino.
He'll do the motion capture for the Rhino.
You think he'll really do the motion capture?
I think he'll do the motion capture.
I sincerely hope so.
I want to see Rocksteady do a bro kick.
I seriously. Okay, quick question: if you want to see, who does Sheamus Steady do a bro kick to? Which turtle?
Raphael, definitely.
Wow, that came.
He's got to do it to the hot-headed one. Come on, the one he gets pissed off, runs at Rocksteady, just runs into a Rocksteady kick.
For some reason, I had in my mind that I was expecting Donatello to take the bro kick.
It's funny. You showed us the picture of Sheamus in costume with whatever the guy who becomes Bebop. I'm immediately thinking they're going towards the 80s when it comes to Bebop and Rocksteady as just like the clumsy idiots. Even though I actually have watched some of the most recent, the Nickelodeon TMNT. I like what they did with Bebop and Rocksteady. I really did.
Huh.
It actually gave them character. Like, you actually know them, you actually get to know them as humans. And at first I was like, I like these characters. I wonder if these guys are in the comics at all. And then all of a sudden they had the episode where Shredder turns them into Bebop and Rocksteady. I'm just like, holy shit, it's Bebop and Rocksteady? I like this! And they're actually not a couple of morons. One of them, Rocksteady, was actually like some Russian mob boss. And Bebop was some kind of hired hitman who, in one episode, when he was a human, he had to steal Shredder's helmet, and he succeeded.
Huh.
And he had these awesome powers where he throws like plasma things from his little plasma mohawk thing. And he actually had a pretty slick personality. So I'm like, I like what they're doing with this. And now, from what you showed me with the picture with Sheamus and other guy who's playing Bebop, I was like, oh no, I think they're heading more towards the 80s. And I hated the first movie. My natural TMNT fandom may have me go see this one. Only matinee price, of course. Yeah. But maybe. Just maybe.
Well, I'll tell you what. I really don't have another news article here, but I do have another little factoid that I just found out about that might clear the palate a little bit when it comes to cinematic news. I actually found out who designed the Triple H helmet for WrestleMania 30 when it came out on that whole Conan the Barbarian thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, apparently that was designed by Tom Savini.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I just looked it up on Twitter. Apparently he did like a Throwback Thursday and he posted a picture of him designing the Triple H helmet for WrestleMania 30. So I was like, whoa, okay, that's pretty cool.
I was even going to say the Conan or the Terminator's Conan.
No, WrestleMania 30, the one,
okay.
the Conan one.
That's
the good one.
Not the Cyborg Conan.
No, not the Terminator Conan.
That's cool. I actually didn't know that.
I didn't know
that's
that
a little
either.
Interesting trivia there.
Again, it's not really a big bit of backstage news, but
it's just trivia.
It's cool enough to mention.
That actually is very cool. I like that.
All right. I don't know about you guys, but I'd say that's enough dawdling around. We need to get into the big time here. We need to get into the Elimination Chamber.
Are you suggesting actually physically getting into the Elimination Chamber?
As much as I'd like to do that, no. I'm talking about talking about.
You wouldn't like to do that. We'd all die a horrible, ugly death if we got into the Elimination Chamber.
Not if I got released from my pod last.
You'd still die.
I think you'd still die, yeah.
Temporary stay of execution. As long as I'm not the first one eliminated, I'm good.
You'll pull the Drew Carey and offer one of them money.
You'll pull the road dog
and just
hold on to the bottom rope. Hold on to the bottom rope for dear life until 4 others are eliminated and then just get killed by the last one standing.
He's got the tights and he's got his feet on the ropes, trying whatever he can to secure the win.
All right, let's just dive right in. First off, on my little list here, we've got the Divas title match. Paige versus Naomi versus Nikki Bella. Tarek, who do you got?
This one wasn't very hard for me. I'm gonna go with Naomi.
Really?
Just because I swear to God they're pushing her to the moon with this heel turn, and they keep messing it up by not having her win the title. First, it was the part where after she turned on Paige, where I guess that's when the Bellas officially turned face.
Random face turn.
Random face turn. That's always been my problem. And Nikki has held the title for too long, and now she's a bland face now. And Paige, she can continue going after the Divas title, being a great chaser that we all know she can be. And Naomi Paige feud in the future will be so much fun. I personally feel that it's Naomi's time because she has been showing dominance over the Bellas and Paige. And now, more than ever, is her time to actually gain the Divas Championship.
Brian,
I think that I'm going to go opposite. I'm going to go Paige. We could still have that Paige-Naomi feud.
Just as Paige as the champion?
But Naomi's been too dominant, if you know what I'm saying. Naomi, it's... Naomi was standing tall. It's like I said with Dean Ambrose last pay-per-view. Yeah, he didn't get the pin, but he also didn't get the win because he was standing tall at the last draw. Who was standing tall? Naomi and Nikki Bella. They were still standing. Paige was knocked out. I'm going Paige. She'll pin Nikki Bella, and Paige will be the champion and move on to feud with Naomi, where then Naomi will get the title.
I don't know. I'm still not 100% convinced that Naomi still won't win. With the timing and the way I can see the dynamics building between a heel Naomi and, like you said, with a face Paige in pursuit, I can see that prolonging the entire feud. Assuming, of course, maybe even longer if they add in Nikki Bella getting a rematch in a singles match, doing it that way at whatever the next pay-per-view is, and just prolonging the feud that way.
And also, it's because Paige is to me like Daniel Bryan is to you. No matter what match he's in, I will pick her for the win. So that's also
The way I look at it,
perfectly fair. Perfectly fair.
hell, the way I look at it, Naomi filled the space of heel AJ Lee.
Yeah.
Especially with Tamina being in her corner, but actually Tamina makes a lot more sense being in Naomi's corner since, Naomi married into the family.
That's right, I never even saw that connection.
Oh, they talk about it's like now it's the new family taking over the Divas division and not the Bellas. I like that whole dynamic.
Interesting.
And I just as much as I would love Paige to win, I feel like when now going into SummerSlam, I feel like Paige and Naomi will have their match at SummerSlam, and that's where Paige will take the title off Naomi.
But we can all agree that Nikki Bella doesn't walk out of Elimination Chamber as the champion.
No way.
Yeah,
I'll be very disappointed if she still is champion at the end of this event because what else more can she do? She's the third wheel in this feud between Naomi and Paige, even though the feud right now is
the only reason
Naomi and the Bellas.
Yeah, the only reason she's in this feud right now is because, hey, I'm the champion. That's
it. Yeah, they had this whole thing with facing the Bellas and Naomi and Tamina versus the Bellas, but I feel like Naomi pinning Nikki at this event will close that door and reopen the feud that Naomi and Paige had when Naomi took out Paige after the Divas Battle Royal, which Paige won the #1 contendership. And there you go. We have a stemmed feud.
All right, there we go. It's academic.
That was actually very converse for the Divas title match. I
didn't
liked
expect that much.
I actually liked it.
Hey, hopefully it's the types of good things to come. Speaking of good things to come, let's get into our first chamber match of the evening. I was about to say first tag match because we're talking about the tag chamber match.
One thing I want to know, how are those tag teams going to fit in one pod?
Not easily.
Especially if it's the New Day.
Either way, let's run them down real quick. We have Los Matadores versus the Ascension versus, what did I put here?
Brass Ring Club?
The Brass Ring Club versus the New Day versus the Primetime Players versus, the Lucha Dragons. Yeah, I'm running out of loose leaf paper right here. All right, anyway.
The Lucha Dragons will make it far as the underdogs. They'll probably... The final two will be the Brass Ring Club and the New Day.
So who wins?
New Day. It's not... Tyson Kidd and Cesaro got the upper hand on Raw. Logical WWE booking states that... And also, the New Day is so awesome in these roles as the champions. It's they need to keep them for a little while longer.
Fool, who do you got?
This was actually a very tough choice for me.
Yeah, it is. It really
because
is.
I was my first initial thinking of this was, the winner of this match will probably have to go into a feud with Harper and Rowan. But not necessarily. I could see the Brass Ring Club. Brass Wing.
I'm hungry.
I already ate.
Maybe they take it in Money in the Bank.
That's
2 weeks.
Yeah.
You can't build up a feud with Harper and Rowan in 2 weeks.
And, so yeah, if anything, they can do triple threat tag teams.
Something like that.
So that was actually my thought, and I could actually see them doing that, especially if they want to keep the top two tag teams, the New Day and the Brass Ring Club. I'm gonna go with New Day.
You're gonna go with New Day?
Just because they've been on such a hot streak, and I could see them once again pulling some kind of shenanigans and winning this match.
You know what? Once again, I think I'm going to have to be the controversial pick here. Believe it or not, I'm going to go with the Lucha Dragons.
You're going with the underdogs.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Honestly, I was like, you know what? This seems too ripe of an opportunity to push a new tag team or recovering tag team. Originally, again, going with the underdog.
Well, if you want underdogs versus Harper and Rowan,
yeah, I was expecting either primetime players, but again, I think at this point, I think I'm the only one who likes the primetime players.
I love the primetime players.
I stand corrected. Or the Lucha Dragons, who really seem to be doing well for themselves on the main roster. So, millions of dollars, millions of dollars, millions of monies, millions of monies. Either way, it's I gotta go with Lucha Dragons here, just because I think they're still a little bit more over in the mainstream WWE universe, and I think they can play great baby faces against whoever they end up feuding next.
If the Lucha Dragons were on the main shows more often, then I would agree with you. But the main focus has been on Tyson and Kid. I don't know why. Even I keep doing that even when I talk to to other people about this.
Versus Brock and Lesnar.
I won't go that far.
Tyson Kidd will get eaten alive.
So yeah, but the main focus has been Kid and Cesaro versus the New Day, and that's who I think will be the final two. Everyone else were just kind of thrown in this one just because,
like, even during the brawl on Monday Night Raw, it still came down to Tyson Kidd and Cesaro versus the New Day.
Even though I will admit the Primetime Players last week taking the upper hand, I like that twist.
That was good.
Oh yes, I did.
But
gave me hope.
But the Ascension, the Lucha Dragons, Los Matadores, I just think they're just there to fill in space. Sadly.
Yep.
Yeah, either way, it should shape up to be a fun match. If for no other reason to find out how everyone's going to cram in those little
it's like it'll be a fun match because this particular type of Elimination Chamber match has never been done before. So and you don't get that very often. So when you have 12 guys beating the crap out of each other in that Elimination Chamber, they have to at some point. They have to keep all the teams in until everybody's out.
Hey, Kofi, where's your other hand? Oh, in between these two pillows. Those aren't pillows!
I really want to see all 6 teams in there at the same time.
Just to see the biggest cluster ever.
It's gonna be like Royal Rumble 2003 worthy, where there was like 15 people in the ring and you didn't know what the hell was going on.
Here's the question for each chamber match that I'm gonna ask: who will get eliminated first?
Good question.
Matadores.
Yeah, Los Matadores.
I would think either Los Matadores or the Ascension, but I see Los Matadores getting out first.
I see the Ascension going out second. Mm-hmm. Then the Primetime Players, then the Lucha Dragons, then the Brass Ring Club. Mm. I see the Lucha Dragons as the underdogs going far. I don't see them grabbing the titles. I see them eliminating the Ascension. Maybe the primetime players as well, and then just they can't handle. They get screwed by the New Day or something.
Here's another one. Who are the first 2 teams?
Lucha Dragons. You gotta have them in first. Lucha Dragons and Los Matadores. That's how you started off high paced and heavy.
You know what? You're probably right.
I was gonna say the Lucha Dragons and the Primetime Players, 2 completely random teams. But I actually do like Los Matadores better.
It's one
it's
of those
more fast paced. Yeah,
you want to start it off fast paced, heavy. I could see this opening the show.
Yeah, that actually seems right.
Actually, you're probably right. I can definitely see this opening.
And you started off fast paced, high octane, and then slow it down from there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we can all get on board with that one at least. Speaking of slowing it down and coming out of nowhere. Our next match.
Son of a bitch.
We know where this is going.
Neville and Bo Dallas that got added to this card for some reason.
The feud got added together got reflamed for no reason at all.
Neville wins.
Yeah, this isn't even a debate.
No.
If Bo actually wins, I'll just be like, where are they going to go with that?
Bo needs to be repackaged. He needs to join his brother.
I actually thought of something even better. I want to see Bo get repackaged and go against his brother. Something similar to like a Kane versus Undertaker.
Except how can you compare with something like Bray Wyatt in 2015?
Both are inspirational leaders.
Bo Wyatt comes back as his brother and doesn't agree with Bray Wyatt.
So in other words, Bo Dallas has a Tony Robbins gimmick.
Yes.
I could just say it's adding once again. I feel like Bray should stay in singles competition. No doubt. But if you throw him with Bo as a team, it totally throws that idea out the window. So I actually, it would help make Bo a legitimate thing and a legitimate threat against Uncle Bray, and it may actually give a face turn for Bray Wyatt, which I feel like it could happen sometime soon because he is just too popular.
Yeah, he is
so popular, and people are so upset that he has literally nothing to do.
Imagine him as a face at WrestleMania in an actual stadium that has a roof. and it goes dark, and now that he's a face, everybody has the cell phone out.
That's the only way I can actually see Bo Dallas winning, is if they actually are trying to repackage him as something more serious so he can stand up against to be the Kane to Bray Wyatt's Undertaker. That's the only way, but I don't... But
since it's the WWE...
But that's, yeah, exactly. I can't trust WWE creative to be, that creative. So, yeah,
but since
Neville.
It's the WWE, Neville.
And it's Neville, and Neville's one of Triple H's boys.
Neville's one of Triple H's boys, but it's okay because Neville's awesome. So there you go.
Neville is awesome.
So
Triple H isn't always wrong,
Neville
just most of the time.
No, Triple H is wrong when it comes to the talent on the main roster that he brought in when he started doing NXT. He started making the right moves. His guys now are Kevin Owens, Hideo Itami, Finn Balor, and Neville.
Future
Where's the wrong? There is no wrong.
There is no wrong in that. Yeah.
Yep, I think we're out of the wrong zone for right now.
Triple H has moved on from his days as wrong, as a failure turtle, and moved on to the right.
To the moderately correct turtle.
I like turtles.
I like turtle.
Yes, I brought back an Edge reference from 2008.
All right.
You're gonna be wrong. You're a failure turtle.
All right, let's move on to our second chamber match of the evening, the Intercontinental title match. We have R-Truth, Sheamus, King Barrett, Ryback, Dolph Ziggler, and Rusev / maybe Bray Wyatt.
There's only one person. There's only one person in this match who can't win. Everybody else has an equal shot of winning.
Okay,
let's go with you first.
This is like pick a coin, flip a coin, flip like 3 of them.
All right, honestly, until we had our previous discussion, I was honestly gonna pick Rusev to win as a strong contender at least. Or if he's actually is going to be replaced by Bray Wyatt, you know what? I'm thinking it's one of their times. I'm gonna go with Rusev or whoever's in his place. Presumably Bray Wyatt, if that's the case. Hey, that rhymed. I made a rhyme, not all the time. Someone interrupt me so I can stop saying
Stop.
That.
Stop. Brian?
I honestly have no clue. This is
Then flip a coin or something.
I gotta flip 3 of them. There's 6 sides.
Flip all the coins.
Give me a 6-sided dice. I'm gonna roll a 1 and end up with R-Truth.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh, that killed me. Okay, we can all agree. We can all agree on one thing. Okay, we can all agree on one thing. R-Truth will not win.
R-Truth is getting pinned first.
I won't go that far.
I won't go that far either. He is on somehow. I'm sitting back up here. He is somehow on good terms with Vince McMahon to be put in these matches.
I think it's honestly between Barrett and Sheamus
to win.
Really? I think because you would have had Rusev and Ziggler take each other out if they're in the match, and a heel's gonna win. That's how the Intercontinental Championship works when it's vacant. So
who do you got? You have to pick one winner. Who do you think? Who do you see doing it?
I don't want to see Barrett win it again because he's won it like 5 times. I'm gonna go Sheamus.
Interesting pick.
I'm gonna go Sheamus.
All right, Fool. Who do you got?
This is the hardest of all the matches on this card. This was the hardest for me. It was up to 3. It was down to 3 people for me. Rusev, who is possibly out.
Mm-hmm.
Sheamus.
Yes.
And Ryback.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm actually a little surprised you didn't say Ziggler there.
I love Ziggler to death, but he's reached the point where he doesn't need the Intercontinental Championship anymore. He's reached the point where he'll eventually slowly become a main eventer.
If he resigns,
which
his
I think
deal
he
ends
will.
in the summer.
Which
so
I think
I don't know.
he's getting a great push now. He's one of the top He's one of the top draws right now. So he's reached the point where he's beyond the Intercontinental title, and soon we'll start going off. I could see like him versus Seth Rollins in the near future. Remember that picture I posted on the Scholars Facebook page with Roman Reigns as the Rock of today, Ambrose as the Austin of today, and Rollins the Triple H of today? I can add Dolph Ziggler as the Shawn Michaels of today. I'm saying it right now. Yeah, I definitely think he is that type of. He's in that caliber to be the Shawn Michaels of today's wrestling, and Bray Wyatt, obviously, the Undertaker. So
who do you have to win?
If Bray Wyatt's in the match, then I'm gonna pick Uncle Bray. But
Uncle Bray.
But if he's not,
you gotta pick one.
It's a toss. It's a toss between Sheamus and Ryback because I do agree with Brian. I definitely see a heel winning this, but I can they're wanting to give a nice good push for Ryback, and then especially with him selling his injury to Bray Wyatt, seeing him be a dominant, like, quote quote underdog, and taking the title and actually being a fighting guy and actually trying to help bring prestige back to the Intercontinental title since Daniel Bryan couldn't do it because of obvious injuries. I can see him start being like the new guy who is now a fighting champion, not to the same extreme as John Cena defending the title every week, but like being a dominant force, not doing that Intercontinental Championship curse where the champion loses the normal matches and wins the title. I could see him doing both.
Okay, so
also,
pick?
I'm going to pick Sheamus.
Sheamus?
Here's my deal with Ryback. Okay, I had Rusev down for that little bit in each Elimination Chamber they have where everybody hits their finisher on one dude and he gets pinned. I had Rusev down for that. If he's not in the match, I see that flipping to Ryback.
I hope not.
Honestly.
I don't like that.
Because in every chamber match, there's that one dude who gets hit by every finisher and gets pinned, and it's always the guy who's overpowering. So if Rusev's out, who's the next most powerful dude who they're building up as powerful? Holy crap, it's Ryback.
But if he's still selling
if he's selling an injury, that makes it seem to me like that's his out. For not winning.
I don't see them do it. I don't see them pulling everyone pulls a finishing move on one person.
Whether it's the finisher or not, the rib injury is his out.
I think
for losing this match. That's how I see Ryback.
I definitely see Ryback being the last guy eliminated.
Certainly possible.
Coming down to Ryback, Sheamus?
Coming down to Ryback and Sheamus, or if Bray is in it, Uncle Bray. Especially as a continuation for their feud. That would actually be worked brilliantly. But Uncle Bray still shows dominance because Uncle Bray is awesome.
Because Uncle Bray is Uncle Bray.
Uncle Bray is Uncle Bray.
And he gives us our drugs. Robbie Rich, cookies ahoy.
Oh, he's actually acknowledging the cookies. Okay. But yeah, if Bray's not in the match, then yeah, I definitely see Sheamus. If they want to push Sheamus in the right track, this would be it. Barrett, no, I actually am ranking Barrett to the same level as R-Truth. He is not. Barrett has now reached the point where now it's even the King of the Ring that's hurting him.
And he's had the Intercontinental title 5 times.
He's had the IC Championship 5 times, and look where it's gotten him. Absolutely nowhere. He is now at that point where I love Barrett, but oh my god, if he wins the title, I'm actually going to be really pissed off, because what more can they do with him being the Intercontinental Champion? What?
Good question.
So I'm going to go with Sheamus.
Alright. Next match on our card. We have the match that I was actually looking forward to, and actually, this is the match that actually got me started thinking about re-upping my WWE Network subscription again.
Wait, what? What?
Seriously.
What? Excuse me?
This is the feud that actually got me to consider re-upping my WWE Network subscription. Of course, I'm talking about John Cena versus Kevin Owens.
Fool, you're going to go back on your word?
No,
Possibly?
No, I didn't go back on my word. My word was, if things happen with the the Royal Rumble as I thought they would, then that would cancel my subscription. I did that. Things appear to be getting better, appear to be going in a much more interesting direction now. So, depending on what happens in the next couple months, I just may re-up my subscription, but that's neither here nor there. Cena, Owens, what happens?
Cena wins via Samoa Joe distraction.
Okay, so Cena wins.
Because you want to keep Kevin Owens strong, and you want to keep John Cena strong. So, you have Kevin Owens lose, but Samoa Joe on WWE pay-per-view, cash money. So it's like you have him distract Kevin Owens. There's Kevin Owens out for being pinned by John Cena.
Fool, who you got?
I'm actually going to pull a devil's advocate here. I'm going to go with Kevin Owens.
Really?
I'm thinking that this match is going to be the big thing that everyone's going to talk about after this event. Because there has to be something. If the prediction for the next match is going to be what I think it's going to be, there's this pay-per-view is going to be a complete waste of time. It's
already a complete waste of time.
It's happened.
Complete waste of time.
It's happened, but what special has come out of it? What big thing could come out of it than having Kevin Owens go over a 15-time world champion in John Cena? Yes. That makes me question your statements like Cena needs to be looking strong. He's a 15-time world champion. One loss to an up-and-comer is not going to hurt him. It's going to put Kevin Owens beyond the galaxies of the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, if Kevin Owens is going to stay on WWE TV, which I'm not convinced.
Oh, I'm not.
He's the NXT champion.
That makes it even better, and actually helps legitimize your NXT champion as someone who can take on the top guy of your main roster, who can take the top guy in your main roster and take him out clean. I'm saying it's going to be a clean victory, and I could see Samoa Joe actually showing up after the match.
And you know what? I actually agree with you.
I think you've got the rose-colored glasses on.
Like I said, I'm pulling a devil's advocate here. I'm willing to. I'm willing to be wrong. Like if John Cena wins, I will not.
Oh, if Kevin Owens wins, I'm gonna be jumping for joy like everybody else.
If Kevin Owens wins, this will be the moment everyone will be talking about weeks after this event. And they need something like that.
My thought is that if Kevin Owens wins, he has to be on the WWE roster full time.
Not necessarily.
I believe
not necessarily.
See, that's in fans speak, but I'm thinking WWE speak right now. If he wins at Elimination Chamber, okay, he needs to be on the main roster full time. You just beat John Cena.
I get what you're saying. What you're saying.
You're done with NXT. You're done. You just beat the number one guy. You just beat the face of the WWE. You are done with NXT. You might as well just drop that title, have a tournament on NXT, and you are on. And then that's then you lose to Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe.
I get what you're
NXT.
saying. I get what you're saying, but there's two little caveats that are making me think otherwise here. Number one, I'm thinking that just with what they're doing with NXT right now as it is, instead of making it pure developmental, they're also
with how they're promoting it
as a third brand.
Yes,
and how hard the Triple H is advocating for that position, and they're doing
just the attention it's getting. Well.
Exactly, and if they want to build that up, then hey, if the mainline WWE fans see, oh, crap, there's this Kevin Owens guy who just came out of nowhere and beat John Cena. What's the deal? I'm going to subscribe to the WWE Network and check out NXT. Ho, 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 what do you know? That's number one. Number two is, this match is non-title.
It's just a match. It's a one-on-one.
Just champion versus champion, and this could be the thing that can totally throw everything out of whack. Cena still hangs on to the title.
And he won't get hurt.
Exactly,
He won't
because he's
be
John
hurt.
freaking Cena.
Yeah, there's no way this match will hurt him.
Okay, but if Kevin Owens loses, I don't want to hear on Twitter or Facebook that people are disappointed, because Kevin Owens' first match in WWE is against John Cena. He's set.
Well,
he is set for life.
Of course you're not going to hear anything. It's Twitter. It's all print.
Okay, I don't want to see it either. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it, or else I'm going to call bullshit on everybody.
I'm not. No, you.
Because
the only thing. The only thing I'm going to be disappointed in is just the whole fact. Yes, he may have his first match with John Cena, but John Cena, who should be at the point where he's putting young talent over to help make stars for the future, and
Only
he is
for
not,
the
and he's not willing to do, and he would not be willing to do it.
Have you listened to his promos lately?
It's crap.
Yeah.
That would just make me like, I'm already a big John Cena hater, not the guy for what he's done with the company, just for what he has for his ego, for his character.
Okay.
I feel like the character he goes, sometimes it goes to his head, and
The
we all remember
promos in the last couple
and remember the whole Jericho podcast with him and Ed saying that they were going to put Wade Barrett over, and John Cena was saying no, he is not going over me. And guess what? John Cena got his way. I hope that history doesn't repeat itself.
And now where's Wade Barrett now?
And yeah, look where Wade Barrett is now.
No, but that wasn't Triple H telling him what to do. Kevin Owens is Triple H's guy. Triple H has got to pull his weight, and his weight means more than John Cena's.
And having the NXT champion go over it would elevate NXT, get even more, like what Jeff and I were saying, more attention from outside people, and more people into subscribing to the network. It's brilliant.
Okay.
And
We'll see.
let's hope.
Just remember, my gimmick is the pessimist. So John Cena for the win.
You've got gimmicks now.
We've all got gimmicks. We've had gimmicks since the beginning of time.
Since the beginning of Scholars. Yeah.
All right. Speaking of gimmicks, let's jump right into the main event here. For the WWE World Heavyweight title, we've got champion Seth Rollins versus challenger Dean Ambrose.
Seth Rollins via shenanigans. Because once again, Dean Ambrose coming out looking way too strong. just like last week. Just like last pay-per-view 2 weeks ago. I was about to say last month.
Yeah.
No. That's it.
Can't say that this time.
But 2 weeks ago, Dean Ambrose goes into a pay-per-view looking way too strong. Doesn't get pinned, but still loses. This time, goes into... I was about to call it Hell in a Cell.
Elimination Chamber.
Going into same shit. Elimination.
There's a bunch of cages, a bunch of metal. Yeah, same exact thing.
This one's
going
cheese,
into
man.
Elimination Chamber looking way too strong. And that's shenanigans. Dean Ambrose loses. Then he goes to Money in the Bank and wins the Money in the Bank contract. So boom.
Fool. Who do you got?
Seth Rollins holds it till SummerSlam.
I could be perfectly honest. I don't see Dean Ambrose winning the Money in the Bank, just because I could see them continuing this feud beyond this event and continuing on to Money in the Bank.
I just still see them focusing too much on Roman Reigns instead of Dean Ambrose. I think Roman Reigns will start getting a shot, and then you'll have the. I still want that triple threat match.
Oh,
I want it bad.
I think we all do at this point.
But I do see Seth Rollins winning, because he is the Triple H, like I said, the Triple H of today, and since he's Triple H's boy,
and he's on fire, man,
and he is on fire.
Keep it going.
But I do agree with you, Brian. It's going to be a big shenanigans victory for Seth Rollins.
We're gonna see
keep
all
this
the
feud,
authority.
to keep this feud going.
We're going to see all the authority. We're going to see Roman Reigns, because holy crap, Roman Reigns isn't on a pay-per-view card. We're going to see him in that main event.
He's going to be involved, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's an accidental...
We'll see a return of the Big Show.
Oh, God, don't...
Yeah.
I love Big Show, but no.
Yeah, it's
Stay
coming.
away from the main event, man.
Sorry, dude. It's coming. The Big Show's coming back. And that'll be what does it.
Okay.
Knockout punch to Dean Ambrose. Boom.
All right.
Done.
But I definitely see Ambrose and Reigns still continuing feuding against the Authority after this, so...
If you think Ambrose is winning, sorry,
I'm
dude.
not thinking Ambrose is winning.
This one's got the grin on his face.
Oh, you're talking to him. Okay. I was like, did you just hear my prediction?
I see the grin on his face. Yeah. I don't know, man.
Well, yeah, I think you do.
I do know, because he's going Dean Ambrose.
Well, yeah, I kind of am.
No.
I want to believe.
Are you?
I'm going to do that for two reasons.
Dean Ambrose took his Daniel Bryan spot. That's it.
Yes, he politics his way into my heart.
Yeah. No matter what match he's in, Dean Ambrose wins.
Dean's title match. Dean Ambrose.
He's not even in the match. Dean Ambrose.
Dean Ambrose.
What are you, the conquistadors now?
He's
Who do you want to
crazy
win?
enough.
Essa Rios.
He's crazy enough. He stole a police truck. That's it.
He'll go for the Divas title and just throws on some lipstick and a bad wig. There you go.
He's not...
Dina Ambrose.
He's not... What's his... Oh, wow. Why am I blanking out on his name?
Harvey Whippleman.
Hey,
Harvey Whippleman. He's not Harvey Whippleman.
Hey.
God damn you.
Hey, I will allow it because it's not Daniel Bryan, and I love Dean Ambrose too. So bring it on.
In all seriousness, I am going to say Dean Ambrose for a couple reasons, not just because I like Dean Ambrose,
but because I like Dean Ambrose.
Yes, but yeah, that's reason number one. I like Dean Ambrose. Reason number two. I like Dean Ambrose. Reason number three. I think he's actually got a shot, just an outside shot, just because as far as like an unexpected move. Number four, because we've got Big Show and Roman Reigns that are still outside in the nether somewhere who may interfere in some way, they can pull some shenanigans where Dean Ambrose can actually win. And number five, some guy placed like a salsa bet on...
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, some guy on
really.
Yeah, some guy.
That's what you're basing this pick off of? A salsa bet?
Oh my God!
Well, technically, it's salsa. It's not salsa. It's hot sauce, but whatever.
Ooh. That's a big difference.
Hey, all I'm saying is, you wanted to play devil's advocate earlier in the night.
You're playing devil's advocate.
Well,
now.
here's the deal, okay? You picked Kevin Owens to win. Okay, you can't have both. Okay,
no, that's true.
You can't. You only get one show-stopping. You only get one headline coming out of a pay-per-view.
So if I only get one, at least I'll be right on one of them.
Wow, you kind of shut him up there.
There's a first for everything, including a Dean Ambrose victory.
The only way I can actually see, the only way I could see Dean Ambrose winning is that I could see Kane accidentally knocking out Rollins. And continuing.
Or him too. Or Kane's out in the ether.
I can see Kane accidentally knocking out Rollins, and then Roman Reigns accidentally knocking out Dean Ambrose. And
double knockouts?
Who causes the most damage?
It's like
Kane's gonna punch Seth Rollins in the face accidentally. Roman Reigns is accidentally gonna spear Dean Ambrose. Seth Rollins gets the win.
Or I'm gonna make things a little bit even more interesting. There's a rumor going around that Dean Ambrose is going to turn heel and join up with the Authority.
I actually heard it was Roman Reigns that was going to do that.
That's news.
Well, it's weird because Roman Reigns is finally getting face cheers.
Well, yeah, because they actually build him up.
Did you see the last couple of weeks? He's been no boos, all cheers. So it's I watched on Monday and I was like, ooh. Is what they're doing for Roman Reigns actually working?
Yeah, because they're giving him a little bit of TLC and giving him room to breathe.
I can see Roman Reigns turning heel more than Dean Ambrose, because Dean Ambrose is so much the Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's just so over, where I could see Roman Reigns actually turning his back on him and then being like, a new member of the Authority, and then they'll slowly turn Seth Rollins eventually face, similar to what they did with Randy Orton.
WWE logic, they don't want anyone to get more over than John Cena, so when they start getting cheered like hell, they turn them.
Well, that was when Vince McMahon is in full control, but
of the WWE, yes, he still is.
He still gets the final say, but Triple H is in control of stories, and then Vince gets the final say. So it's not like he's in full control. He's just, stamp of approval. Just because I'm Vince McMahon, damn it.
Because I'm Vince McMahon, damn it.
But
he's getting big for his britches.
If I could see anyone benefiting by turning heel, it'd be Roman Reigns. Because Seth Rollins is already... Seth Rollins. Oh, yeah, he's actually a full-fledged character, too. Dean Ambrose is in such a full-fledged character mode, and Roman Reigns, in this feud, he's been the lackey. He's been the help. So I can see him saying, okay, I see Dean Ambrose taking the shots. I want it to be my time. I want my shot. And the only way I can get my shot is if I join the devil. Mm-hmm. But this time the devil is not Vince McMahon; it's Triple H. And that'll eventually. But yeah, if there's anyone who I could see, if I could see anyone really turning, if it turns, I could see Roman Reigns doing it.
Okay, well, time will tell on Sunday who's right. And you know what? I just want to propose this to you guys. We spent so much time building our predictions over the past month alone that, you know what? I was honestly considering...
we're not done yet.
I was honestly considering setting up the 4-Down Fantasy League again. Would you guys be interested in doing that?
I don't mind.
Yeah, I'd be down.
Alright, so what do you say? Let's make it official. Right on the show right now. Let's give it a shot. If whoever's listening to this, we are officially reinstating the Scholars of Wrestling Fantasy Wrestling League. Now, you might be asking yourself, in case you're a new listener, what the heck is that? Well, I'll tell you. The Scholars of Wrestling Fantasy League is just what it sounds like. You put in your predictions on this Fantasy Wrestling League, join not just us, but thousands of other players all around the world. It's a ton of fun every single month, or maybe even twice a month that they keep up with this pace. All you need to do is just go to the website, probably is listed on this video, go to www.4down.org, sign up for free, doesn't cost you a dime, create a new account, put in your predictions, and you can also even sign up for a league so you can actually compare your scores with us, the Scholars, or whoever else. So again, feel free to look for us on there with the Scholars of Wrestling. That's the name of our league, just Scholars of Wrestling. Join up with us, have some fun. And of course, if you want to add some comments and get in touch with us in another way, you can always do that too. You can like this video, subscribe to us, subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can get all of our shows all the time. And Tarek is climbing up something. Go on Facebook, like us on the Facebooks. Look for us on the Scholars of Wrestling show.
Like us on the Book of Faces.
Yes, look us on the Book of Faces. You can also like us on our Twitter machine at ScholarsOW. You can follow us there. And you can get us live tweeting all of the things. And get updates when new episodes are uploaded. Like this one.
Yay!
Yay! Follow us, like us. We want your attention on social media. Yay.
Yay. Stop it. Stop it.
Continue and stop me, damn it!
Oh.
And you killed it.
I did not. I didn't kill nothing.
You did. You killed it.
I killed nothing.
You see? You killed nothing.
That's what happens when you have Windows 8 and you hit the home screen.
Oops.
Oops. Either way, I think we all established ourselves by now. We put on our predictions. We know what we're talking about. You know who we are.
Or do we?
Well, we'll find out on Sunday. In the meantime, we are the Scholars of Wrestling, and you have just been schooled.
You're welcome.
See you at Elimination Chamber.